Honky Holocaust. This is a trauma film. And it's a film from 2014, directed, produced, and written by Paul Macaroni, as it says on here, but it's really Paul M. McAlarney. And this is basically about an alternate reality where the Manson family successfully ignites an apocalyptic race war, helter-skelter, and attempts to rule the world. Oh yeah, look at this. Very cheesy cover-up, but I kind of like it. And here's the back. And like I say, I'm a huge trauma junkie. I love anything that trauma puts out. And I'll watch anything, and I definitely want to collect all the Blu-rays. That is for sure. Honky Holocaust. Very interesting film. And again, it is an alternate reality where Charlie Manson dies in 1969, and this new guy, who calls himself the stepfather to Charles Manson's actual daughter, takes over, and he's just a ruthless killer, and he's not like Charlie, and the other members of the group know that, and they're always questioning him. But when someone questions him, he kills them, because he's just this vicious killer. So basically, in this alternate world, the Mansons kill Sharon Tate and her friends, and then they go down to retire to an underground bunker where Charles Manson eventually gets sick in 1969 and dies. Now into today's day and age where they come out, Manson has a daughter who's fully grown up, and when they leave the underground bunker, they go into the real world, and this new guy who says, "I'm your stepfather," he is now the ruler, and like I say before, he is a very vicious killer, and anybody who questions him, he kills in like the most grotesque fashion, and he wants to again ignite this race war and basically survive this race war and have whites be the dominant force. Yeah, but Charlie Manson's daughter just doesn't like this guy and knows this guy's a vicious killer, and she's actually a decent person, and she's not about all this racial war. She wishes this thing would never happen. So finally, she finds a way of escaping the group and going on her own. But what she finds out is that in this alternate world, the whites are the minority here, and the whites are treated not so well in this world, in an alternate world. But she joins forces with this gardener, and they decide to try to promote peace in the world. And she ends up joining with the black people in the race war, and trying to rid the people who are trying to ignite the wars between the blacks and the whites. Which, some of my best friends are black. And I hate to see people who are prejudiced. For me, it really bothers me. And so to see a film from Michael McAlarney who hates racial tension between whites and blacks, he hates that. He wants there to be solidarity between them, and he promotes that in this film, and I think he does it pretty well. The acting is really good. Kendra Manson, who plays Charlie Manson's daughter, played by Maria Natapov, and I think she does a really good job, and I think all the acting all around is really good in this film. But the biggest surprise was seeing one of my wrestling buddies in there, Mike McCarthy. He plays the skinhead, and he power bombs this Nazi through a table, and he pees in his mouth. Really grotesque scene, but it's like, he was one of my wrestling buddies. I'm like, what? I had to take a double take. Me and him, we traveled to Chiller Theater together a long time ago. And so it was great to see him in this movie. And then I, texted him. I was like, dude, I saw you in this movie called Honky Holocaust. He's like, oh, yeah, I was drunk through the whole movie. I don't remember much. Friggin' priceless. Hilarious. But it was good seeing him. He did a really good job. I was really happy to see him in a albeit a small role, but yeah, he did a really good job. And everybody here did a really good job in this film. And a great trauma release. I definitely give this one a thumbs up. And definitely, if you've seen everything trauma, you should definitely check this film out. Because it's made to send a message, especially nowadays with a lot of the racial tension that's going on right now. And this is definitely a good film to watch. And again, it just changes everything we've seen in movies. Where we, the whites, are now the minority, and we're not allowed in places, and we have a white section where we have to sit in, and it's very interesting take on the whole Manson family, and also on racial tension, where in the end, everything falls into place, and the bad people get just desserts, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, if you like everything trauma, I think you really enjoy this film, and if you want to see a film that's kind of different, has some sort of to a degree, guerrilla filmmaking. And it's really well done, and it's different from most movies that I've seen as well. The print looks really good. Definitely a very clean print. And just an all-around fun movie, Honky Holocaust, which takes a new direction in the whole Manson murders and the whole Manson family dynamic, basically. So check out... Yeah, Honky Holocaust. Very interesting title, Honky Holocaust. Definitely when I see Holocaust in the title, it's kind of... But it makes sense within the context of this film. So, yeah. So definitely check this one out. I got this one at Hamilton Books for like $4, and it's so worth it, and you should definitely check it out. It's good to see one of my wrestling buddies in there, Mike McCarthy. He used to be called Toxic Tommy Knoxville. And good to see him in a trauma film, man. Yeah, freaking awesome. But check out Honky Holocaust. I really enjoyed this one. It's a really well done film, but I think it should go on the cheeseometer because it had a lot of really cheesy elements. A lot of good gore in this film as well. Really good gore. Good practical gore scenes in this one. And effects as well. But yeah, definitely check this one out. Right, on the cheeseometer, 10 being the highest cheese, 1 being the worst cheese ever. I definitely give it a 7, and I give it definitely an extra plus because Mike McCarthy, my old wrestling buddy, was in this movie, and he did a really good job in this movie. Yeah. Awesome stuff. Check out Honky Holocaust. And if you've seen this one, tell me what you think down below. Like if you like. And subscribe to BodyBags and Crispy Movies. Definitely do that. And check me out next week because you never know what I'm going to bring to the table. Always fun stuff, though, because I just really enjoy reviewing films and watching anything trauma. Oh, yeah. And check out all the other BodyBags reviewers. They're awesome. They bring some wonderful material to the table. And they love movies just like we do. Yeah, baby. All right. And again, check me out next week. Don't forget to watch those late-night horror movies. Read up on your latest Fright Mags. But don't forget to tune into another episode of the show we call BodyBags. Oh, yeah. And check out Troma's Honky Holocaust. Later, guys.